Hey y'all, it's July the 13th, 2017, and I wanted to give y'all a live stream broadcast here on the internet. We're on the internet right now, and some people might be popping in. It's a project number 2 update, that's what we're doing. Some of y'all might be familiar with project number 2, and basically that's the rejuvenation, right, the rebirth, if you will, of the surroundings around me, to include my house and also the property around me. And we're going to take a look at that too before we get on out of here. Just so you know, it's really me, and I'm filming this. Thing is, I don't know if I can switch the camera while I'm live streaming. We might try that later to see if I can. I don't think I can. So you're looking at what I'm looking at right now, y'all. Y'all are looking at the inside of my place. You might already understand that I had a roommate for a little bit. I got a selfie stick around here too. That'd probably be easier. Selfie sticks. Oh. Of course, everybody needs a selfie stick, alright? Just in case if you don't have one. I understand that everybody has one. Do I want to close the live broadcasting? No, I don't. Alright, we're still broadcasting. Hold on one second. Suffering from technical difficulties. I want to see if I can't get the... Hold on. I want to see if I can't get a steady video for y'all so that y'all don't get car sick up in here. Alright, but basically, like I said, this is an update on project number 2 and making my surroundings very peaceful, very calming, and for good reason. There's lots of reasons. But I do want to also bring up what we talk about a lot here on this channel. It's the whole Caitlin Nicole Davis situation, because the Caitlin Nicole Davis situation was also something that went ahead and inspired me to do what it is that Project 2 entails. Alright? The reason is because it becomes apparent to everybody, not only just for little girls, but also for little boys. Alright? Children. We're focusing on little girls such as Caitlin Nicole, and we're thinking about the fact that, each and every single one of these little girls out here absolutely deserves a place that they can go to, alright? Maybe to get away, maybe to just think to themselves for a while. Maybe this is a place that they can just visit, or maybe it's a place that they can go and stay for a while and feel very comfortable. Feel very secure. Not only that, but to feel very clean, to feel, like I said, rejuvenated, to get a second chance to take a breather, to just go somewhere peaceful, to rest and relax and enjoy all the gifts that God's given us, and He's given us so many. Alright, so Project 2 has a lot to do with that. And that, me personally, in my own little autistic type of way, dude, everybody's always known me, has known me to be a pretty messy person, alright? My life just spills over, basically. It sometimes can get very erratic. But it's one of those things that nobody has to just settle on, right? Nobody just has to settle with, this is the way it is, this is the way that I am, and I can't get no better. Thing is, for all my cluttered ways, and the fact is that, all my stuff tends to get everywhere. That it's not really helpful in my life, to tell you the truth. In fact, lots of times it'll leave me either looking for something, or maybe not even looking for it, just figuring I lost it, and then I forget about it for a week or two, and then whatever it is I lost, I might stumble across again, and that's terrible. Right? That's terrible for me functionally when you think about it. It wastes a lot of time, and it wastes a lot of energy, and it puts me actually in a bad mood, to be honest with you. If my stuff gets really, really just out of whack, what it does is it kind of puts me in a depression. I notice. And so it's something that I got to stay very vigilant with. My daughter, she's the one that really drove this home for me. Things they need to be in order. They need to be straight. You need to be able to find them. It needs to be functional. Things like that. So with all that being said, project number 2 maybe started a few weeks ago, in which the idea is to not only clean up my place, and by the way, I've had a roommate, shoot, for like a month it seems. Alright, I had a roommate, and he was just as messy as I was. In fact, way more messier. The thing, I don't want to rag on him too much, but I don't know if he's ever really heard of a trash can, or I'm not going to go into it very much. Anyways, I don't have a roommate no more, which is pretty good. I was able to get all my stuff together, and you might take a little look at it. I got stuff cleaned up, alright, around here. You'll notice if you look around that I do have a lot of fancy things, such as artwork and, nice bedding and stuff. That's good for comfort and stuff. I actually don't sleep on that bed. I don't sleep on this bed at all. In fact, usually I'll sleep on that couch that's over there. Thing is, I plan to switch that up actually, because sleeping on the floor right there is a lot better. I wasn't able to sleep on the floor because I had a roommate, man. I didn't want him stepping on me when I was sleeping. So the thing is, I got to tell y'all, sleeping on the floor is actually a pretty decent idea, especially if you have back problems. And I don't. The thing is, I don't have back problems because I like to sleep on the floor. Anyways, here's the artwork and stuff, all sort of artwork. And actually, this is these two right here and this one right there. These are all original art pieces. This one right here, I'm not so sure. Maybe it was too. You got some artwork over here. And it's just stuff laying around. I mean, there's original artwork and just little statues and cool little dolls. And there's actually a picture. I don't want y'all to I don't know. Never mind that picture, right? But that's a picture of the family who lives here many, many years ago. And, I just thought it was pretty, something nice to look at. Alright, we're going to get out of here. That's the bedroom. That's a bedroom that I'm not really in hardly ever. Alright, I want to explain this. This place, not only have I been getting it cleaned up, alright, so that it's proper, and so that it functions properly, and so that I can use it real good. But this place is pretty good for visitors, especially because it's very quiet, it's very calm, and we're going to notice more of that when we get outside. But it's very good for visitors because, like I said, I tend to like to sleep on the floor anyways. Nice little hard floor like that. It's actually real cool. The temperature of it is real cool, and so it's pretty comfortable. And you just grab a blanket and go sleep on the floor, and that's what I'm going to do. But that's what I've done a lot. Alright? And I do want to let y'all know that this place certainly is visitor approved. Alright? I was actually just thinking about it. Yesterday. And I've only lived here maybe not even 2 years. Probably not even 2 years. Alright? And since that time, believe it or not, I've had 5 different people at least that I can think of. 5 different people spend the night here. Alright? And no, I'm not talking about sexual relations. There was that one, and that was messed up, and I regret that. But out of the other people who wound up spending the night here, simply by asking me, and then I said, yeah, I guess you could spend the night here. They all had a wonderful time. They all had very peaceful rest and stuff, either maybe on the couch right there, or maybe they just took the bed and stuff, which is pretty luxurious. I think it's like a king-size bed, or at least it's a queen-size bed. Alright, so many people have come here specifically because of how peaceful it is, because they needed a place to get away. I'm not saying invite all sort of homeless people to come stay the night at your house, but sometimes there will be people who really do sincerely need a place to go, maybe for a day. And that's really one of the best parts of this place. It's not very big, but it's very, very comfortable. It's extremely comfortable. And thing is, I still got a little bit more sorting to do as far as this place. All right. There's some stuff that I need to get out of the way. You see it's a little bit cluttered. I plan to work on that as well. There's stuff down here. And I got some plastic bottles and stuff. And, I got to do something with that. And there's still a little bit of this stuff that my roommate has got left over here. And I'll bring it to him over the next couple days. I do want to point your attention to vegetables, as you know. And I've been giving away a number of vegetables. All right, because I plan to sell them, but it's not enough to sell yet, but it's too much for me to eat. So there's always vegetables here. And I want to point that out. There's going to be much, much more vegetables as time goes on. I know I left some tomatoes. Oh shoot! Here's some tomatoes right here. I mean, this basically pops off every single day over at my place and stuff, and it's just nice to have around the tomatoes and the other vegetables. That's pretty good. You got a guard who watches on guard for the vegetables to make sure the right people are getting the vegetables. And then you got little pictures and stuff to make you feel good, artwork, whatever you might need. There's some sunglasses and there's some goggles for if you have to need those while you're going out. Who knows? Maybe you're going to need protective eyewear, and that's right there by the door. All right, we got artwork. Got like flowers. Those are flake flowers. They're not real flowers, but I thought they looked pretty nice. And right here, you got food that I've been collecting, all sort of raw whole foods, and I throw them into my compost thing that I might show y'all in a second. But over here, I got to work on this because, like I say, money's been a little bit tight recently, but still. You got all the different spices that you might need to, get your party up popping, and then you got more artwork and stuff. Artwork's everywhere, right? And I find that very important. Everything is art when you really think about it, and I find that very important because, it just makes you feel better, all right? All this artwork when you look at it, and you have pretty stuff to look at. And before we go on any further, I gotta say I'm very blessed for all this stuff. Most of the stuff I did not buy, to be honest with you. I acquired it one way or another. No, I did not steal any of it. But, all this stuff is very nice. It's very comforting. Alright? It's definitely a place to come. You can come get some rest. And, there's a bathroom right here. And I gotta clean that up a little bit more. But the thing is, nice place to come take you a nice bath and get cleaned up real quick. And then all sort of places to just kick it. If you wanted to sit there, you can. It's a nice old chair. You want to sit there, you can do that. If you want to sit right where I'm at, you can do that. That's where I'm sitting. There's a bed over there. There's just lots of places to chill, to really chill out. And, there's a nice little countertop. Maybe if you need something to eat, you can cook you up something to eat. Real easy. We got a gas stove right here. And, this is a pot that I pretty much use for everything in my life. But not only that, you got a little tiny oven right here. You got a little tiny oven right here if you want. Do it electric. Or you got an oven over there if you want. Do it gas. And then you got an electric stove and stuff. You got all sorts of stuff. And honestly, I don't want to get into it. I got more than I need. All right. I really do. Very blessed. The people here have been very good to me, and I try to be very good to them as well. Real blessed. All the nice little fancy things I got around. They're cool to look at. A little tobacco pipe, if you like. Of course, not for children. But the thing is, everything around here is just so nice to look at. All right, and it's very pleasing to be at. All right, but I want to stress this. This whole thing could burn down, right? or get swept away in a tornado, finally. Alright? Any number of things. Someone could mess up and accidentally shatter 5 of these things, and none of it would matter. None of it at all. Alright? That's what I have to explain to you. And it's so relieving to get that feeling of being surrounded by so many nice things, and at the end of the day, you could lose every single one of these things, and it would not matter. All right, you'd simply get those things again. And what I want to suggest is that provides unbelievable freedom in your mind and in your heart, because yes, you are surrounded by beautiful things, but also it don't matter. The things don't matter. All right. And at the end of the day, the people matter. The people who you know matter. And because they can change the world. So, thing is, that's important for every one of us to remember, you know. We could all be surrounded by nice, beautiful things. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We live in America. You understand? We got opportunities coming out our ears. Even a guy like me, who's never really made much money ever in my life. And, you know, I look forward to making money in the future. I can still be surrounded by beautiful things, nice things, and everything, and not get attached to any of those things, because things are not important. You understand? Like, if this was all to burn down today, for example, that would be terrible. That'd be pretty messed up. I'd be out of all sort of money. But you know what I would do is I would start building another one. You understand? And the fact is, if you're a capable person with a body and a mind to work, you'll be able to make another one. All right? And you'll be able to get somewhere very comfortable. After a while, if you're very patient and stuff, you get where you need to go. We're taking a step outside because, like I said, Project 2 has a lot to do with outside. I think the best part of where I live is the outside, to be honest with you. All right? Thing is, when I got here, there's weeds as tall as me. All right? And this was a couple of years ago. And it was everywhere. I mean, everywhere. It was crazy. Think about it. It's like walking through a cornfield. And not only that, garbage and stuff. You know, this family I can relate to. And I need to stress that. I'm sorry if it's windy. I really relate to this family in the way that our lives just spill over and stuff's very messy and it's very chaotic sometimes. Right? Me and this family, you know, that's how we get down. Thing is, ultimately, at the end of the day, someone has to come and say, look, we need to clean up this stuff. All right, it's too much stuff everywhere, to include garbage and stuff. All right, we need to clean that up. Right? So that's pretty much what I've been focusing on. Not only, you know, basically doing the landscaping, but also cleaning up the garbage. Taking junk that we didn't need, getting it on out of here. And now we've pretty much broken it down to simple things. You know, there's a chair to sit on. If you want to sit under the trees, go for it. There's always a soccer ball out here if that's what you want to do. There was a swing right here that I made myself. Thing is, I'm going to change it out for an actual professional swing. And just, you know, because I was tired of messing with this swing that I built. I was just going to get a regular one. And then we'll take it over here. It's a very short walk over to my garden, and I don't know when exactly is the last time I've done a garden update, and I don't know how windy it is right now. I apologize if it is very windy sounding, but it's a garden update right here real quick. We might as well. Okay, we're out here checking out the property, and as you can see, I've cleaned up a lot of the garden. There isn't too much stuff laying around. Still things that I gotta get to. But, you know, that's how I live. Alright? This is basically a big part of the tomato portion of the garden. This big ass plant right here actually don't have tomatoes on it yet. We gotta figure that one out. This little one right here is starting to get tomatoes, but let's go to, like, say this one for example. Tomatoes be popping off, right? And once in a while you're going to find some red ones. They're going to start popping off more and more as the summer continues. But yeah, pretty much every plant's got tomatoes coming off of it. Some more than others, some bigger than others. Alright, and we're going to deal with those and stuff. But can you imagine? Just imagine that you're at where I'm at right now. right? Not only that, wearing house shoes and stuff, just like, you know, just straight chilling. And you come out, you don't have to walk but 10 yards until you're seeing all sorts of tomatoes and stuff like that. And it's going to be much, much more actually as time goes on. And then you got younger plants. Here's some younger tomato plants. That's a cucumber plant under these crates. More tomato plants, more tomato plants. You know, and they're all getting pretty big, man. They're popping off. I gotta pick stuff off them pretty much every day. Got a cucumber plant right there, going wild and crazy. Another cucumber plant. You gotta make sure that they get shade. A lot of people in Big Spring, you just gotta understand that these plants are gonna need shade or else they'll die. Alright, over in the distance you got some squash plants. And they're all caged up because there's so many bunnies around here, dude. You gotta deter the bunnies or they'll eat you alive. These bunnies. That's really all you gotta worry about here in Big Spring, the part that I'm at least. I don't really see deers. People talk about deers, but I don't see them. Not like in San Antonio, man. Deers are everywhere. It's crazy. But then let's go walk here. There's actually another tomato plant that I got outside the garden, and the bunnies may have their way with it. I'm not sure. But the tires are actually very beneficial when it comes to these tomato plants, dude. You can see what I'm doing lots of times with tires and cages and stuff, man. You know, you don't really have to spend very much money on tomato cages and stuff. There's all sort of tomato plants and pepper plants, and there's another tomato plant and peppers and stuff like that. That's only half of the garden. And as you walk through, you'll notice that, you know, I've been trying to take care of all this. You know, it's not so much trash. I don't have to worry about stabbing my feet with mesquite spikes everywhere because I clean those up. You know what I'm saying? Used to be you couldn't walk in house shoes out here. Alright, you stab the shit out of your feet, man. Just all day. I've stabbed my feet like 1,000 times since I've been here. And no, you don't get used to it. But anyways, as we take a small walk because my battery's going to run out pretty soon. I got to make this a short broadcast. I want to point out, as you see in the distance, everything looks pretty clear. Pretty calm, pretty peaceful. You can come out here, imagine coming out here, going up under the tree and just breathing in nice and deep. You know, having a very relaxing time. I got the neighbors over here, they're actually leaving. Try not to get them on camera because I don't know if they want to be on the internet. I don't know if the neighbors want to be on the internet. Alright, anyways, like I said, if you look that way and you look this way, very calm, very peaceful. Like, this is a place where children would definitely want to come hang out, definitely have a good time and relax. But so, there's park benches that I gotta, picnic benches that I gotta clean up and make them look nice again. Different other things. There's I'm sorry about spinning all around, but there's a trampoline off in the distance. Children might like that. I want you to take a peek back here because that's an insight to the rest of the property, and as you can see, you know, it's a lot to go. I'm about to run out of battery pretty soon, you guys, so let me see if I can make it to the second garden before I run out of the battery so you can see that. But basically, this is what I'm showing y'all. Alright, this is definitely a place where a 7-year-old, 8-year-old little girl can come, have the time of her life, man, and really not be pestered by much. You know, there's snakes out here, but if you know how to look for them and you keep the grass short, you don't have to really worry about snakes. You do have to keep an eye out for them, obviously, because they will pop up. But anyways, this is the second part of the garden. Cucumbers, tomatoes, all sort of stuff, and that's popping off. And here's the bigger part of the garden. Right here, again, cucumbers, shoot tomatoes from here, not rumors, and I don't know if I'm losing or what's going on, you guys. I hope it's not buffering too much. But as you can tell, plants popping off. It's actually pretty dang nice out here. There's some trash and some stuff that I've got gathered up that I need to get rid of. It's going to take a long time to get rid of all this trash, I promise you. But it's going to get rid of. This is a very nice place to be. Anyways, you know, I feel very blessed. I don't have very much money, and I know a lot of y'all probably feel the same. All of y'all out there are very blessed. If you just simply concentrate on your blessings, you'll see that you're being blessed 7 ways from Sunday, man. Like, you really are very blessed, and you need to concentrate on that. And I think it'll make you feel real good, alright? I think you'll sleep better at night, and you'll be having all sort of nice dreams, you know what I'm saying? All your dreams come true is basically what I'm saying. And anyways, we're living in the tribulation, and shoot, it's nice to feel good. So I'll holler at y'all. It's July the 13th, 2017.